Sean Bean. Seen Bean?
Sounds gross.
I've always called him that.
You've been seen Bean?
I've seen the Bean.
I want to start, but I can't. Hey guys, and welcome to episode 55 of the Up Real Late podcast. My name is Scott Ellis. I'm joined here, as always, by Tim McGavick. How you doing, Tim?
I'm doing great. Once again, because Ty's not here.
Yeah.
Yes, Ty's not here. Also here is Adam Franey.
I too am doing great because, once again, Ty's not here. Fuck him.
Wow.
R.I.P.
Anton Yelchin.
R.I.P. Tyler Sapolsky.
Oh, God.
Forever in our memory.
He's actually dead.
Let's just run down some of the topics we're going to discuss on this week's episode. As usual, we're going to talk about our last seen movies, as well as our review of the week, which is Star Trek Beyond this week. And we have a bunch of news, guys. ComicCon is happening.
ComicCon slapped us with a bunch of news last minute.
It just annihilated us with
They didn't call us
footage, trailers, announcements. It's crazy. So we're going to get into that later. So yeah, if you guys do want to skip ahead to any of those topics, go in the description box below on YouTube and click on any of the timestamps, and you can skip to whatever you'd like to hear. And of course, don't forget to leave a like on the video and leave a comment in the comment section below. And of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. So let's get into our last scenes, gentlemen. Who wants to start us off? Tim does.
I'll go first. I let it slip a mere 5 minutes ago before we started recording by accident.
Really?
I'm sorry?
I saw Midnight Special.
Oh, you little...
2016's Midnight Special, one of two films out in 2016 by director Jeff Nichols.
I like that.
Written and directed by Jeff Nichols, obviously. Starring Michael Shannon, Joel Edgerton, Kirsten Dunst, Sam Shepard, Adam Driver, and Jaden Lieberher. So basically the plot is a young boy with special powers goes on a run with his father from the government and a religious group drawn to the boy's powers.
Oh. Really?
I know you're highly anticipating.
Very excited for this
little film.
So we've both seen it. You, Adam, you've seen it.
Yes,
You guys have seen it, yeah.
Thoughts?
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Riveting.
I thought the performances were great. I thought the concept was pretty fantastic. And I thought the atmosphere was pretty sweet. Like, it's just shot beautifully. Like, it looks great. It's tense. But the story is a little bit lacking. Especially in its... Like, I don't need everything, like, written out and concluded properly, but some sort of conclusion would be nice. And this movie just kind of... Like, it ends, but there's no real explanation of, like, anything, really. A lot of it is, like, left unresolved completely. Right. And you can argue that it's left unresolved because even the characters don't really know, like, what's happened. It's just... You're kind of thrown into this story for a brief time.
Just similar to Take Shelter.
Yeah, Take Shelter. You're not really sure.
The end is like... So, what?
Yeah, the end's ambiguous.
Right.
This one, the end isn't really ambiguous, but it also
leaves
doesn't answer, like, the main core of the question.
Right.
But, yeah, I liked it overall. I enjoyed it. I think Jeff Nichols proves that he's a very capable filmmaker, and he makes, like, solid to excellent movies in general.
Has he made a misstep?
I don't think so. Like, people consider this a misstep, but it's great for what it is. Like, it's a small movie. This was his first movie with a major company, so this is like his biggest budget film.
Really?
Yeah, the rest had been independent, and then this was Warner Brothers. So this is what he does with a big budget. He still ends up doing like a character-driven sci-fi movie, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's probably my least favorite of his 4 I've seen so far. 3: Take Shelter, Mud, this.
Shotgun
Stories I haven't seen yet. Also starring Michael Shannon, who is his boy.
I'd have to agree with you. It's also my least favorite of those 3.
But still,
a good movie.
Very good movie.
Still good.
I'm excited for Loving, still.
Yes, definitely.
You can shoot a movie like this. Movie looks beautiful. There's some really cool shots in it, like really nice.
I love the gas station sequence.
Yeah.
With, like the...
Something coming down from the sky.
Shower,
You know what I'm saying.
That's great.
A certain shower of sorts.
And then Joel is
talking about that, but yeah.
Then Joel Edgerton is great in this role. He has a pretty small role, but he's like fantastic. I can't wait to see him in Loving.
Yeah, I was just like, wow, he's killing it.
Yeah.
He's one of the Jeff Nichols. He's one of the directors that doesn't matter what he does. I'm in.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Totally.
excited. I'll watch whatever he does.
Plus, he has such huge like range in his filmmaking. Like he's got Take Shelter, which is just like a bizarre, like psychological, like travel into like this guy's mind, and then he follows up with like Mud, which is like
coming of age
story.
kind of.
Yeah, and then this is like similar coming of age, but like tossing some sci-fi elements, and then he's got Loving, which is like a biopic of the 1950s
historical
racial.
Is Loving
issues.
Warner Brothers? Or no?
Loving's probably a big budget too. I don't think that's independent because it looks like there's some money behind that with the cast.
Oh, they're going to be putting some cash into their Oscar campaign, I'm sure.
I think Warner Brothers is trying to like lock down Jeff Nichols.
Yeah.
So remember he was in talks for Aquaman. So obviously Warner Brothers.
That would
Right.
that would have been intriguing. Yeah.
He said he turned it down to do Midnight Special because he didn't want to be like
tied
controlled.
down to the corporate mold.
But I know like since he like signed to do Midnight Special with Warner Bros, I know they're like salivating. I'm sure they want him for like a DC property of some sort. I don't know if he ever.
I don't know if he would. It'd have
He
to be
already
the
said
right.
no once.
I know it'd have to be the right thing. Like, yeah.
What do you think of like the prospect of him doing like a blockbuster?
I think it could be. I think I could see him doing one in the same vein as like Nolan.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
Big budget movies, but you let him do his own thing with it.
Yeah.
Like an original.
Yeah, give him
blockbuster?
like an original.
I keep thinking Batman. Like if he was involved somehow with that more like gritty style,
I
instead
could
of
see
like
him
the
doing
flashy like Aquaman. Like
It's not a fit.
No, Aquaman's not a fit. No.
Weird. Like
he needs to be. I think if he was more like grounded.
yeah.
That would be,
If they did like a live action
Definitely.
or not live action, like a film version of the Daredevil TV show, I could see him doing like a Daredevil
something more like
that.
street level.
Yeah,
That's perfect.
Instead
Yeah,
of like
exactly.
fantastical.
that'd be pretty sweet.
Do it, Jeff. I know you're listening.
But yeah, Heavy 3 for
Heavy 3.
Midnight Special. I didn't like the one thing that kind of bothered me is they kind of dropped the religious thing like halfway through.
Right.
That whole storyline, the religious cult that's after him.
Right.
Sam Shepard's in like 2 scenes and then you just don't see him again. I thought there'd be more resolution with that.
Yeah, I wish there was more to that.
That's right, eh?
Especially with like the guys coming after them and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I wish that was
Wow.
more like a bigger thread.
Yeah, because it seemed like the whole religion is like based on getting this kid, and like the extent that they go to get the kid is not that much,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
They send like a couple schmucks. Well, yeah, Heavy 3.
Heavy 3.
Heavy 3 for Midnight Special.
Schmucks, he says.
All right, Adam, you wanna jump in next?
Well, don't mind if I do, Scott.
Cut to the chase, will ya?
Yeah, I'll hit you with a plot synopsis because I'm 99% sure you guys won't know what this is. I want to see. You might, Adam, you might. All right, shut up. Darkness seeks to create eternal night by destroying the last of the unicorns. Nothing.
Legend.
Jack and his friends do everything possible to save the world and Princess Lily from the hands of darkness. Enter a world of unicorns, magic swamps, dwarfs, and rainbows.
I called this. I said you watched some animated movie.
Not animated.
Wow. Okay.
Not animated.
Mind
Kill
blowing.
yourself. Scott said the name.
TC.
How do you know this movie, Scott?
What movie is this?
It has one of the best evil laughs in history.
That's how you know, you little shit.
Is this the Tim Curry devil one?
It's like literally like one of the best.
It went viral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tim
What's this
Curry.
movie called?
Legend. 1985.
Shit, yes, I have heard about this.
Directed
Mostly
by-
from that laugh.
Yeah. Directed by Ridley Scott, starring Tom Cruise, Tim Curry, Mia Sara, David Bennett, Billy Barty, and Kieran Shaw.
I'm looking at a picture of that devil
Obscure.
right now. That's terrifying.
Oh, it's nuts.
I
Obscure.
watched it a while ago. Like I have. It's not.
Oh, you've
recent.
seen it?
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? Now I'm astonished. I didn't actually think you would have seen it. I liked it.
Like when I was younger.
I liked it a lot. It's a cult classic,
It is.
obscure high fantasy film from the 80s.
Deep pull.
Very deep, yeah. Shout out to Jake McCannell. previous
I can
guest
see
host.
loving this. Yeah.
Oh, the guy loves it. Just loves it.
Now, question.
Oh?
You asked me earlier that you were hoping I'd seen this, so you could ask me if it's similar to a movie that I love. Apparently.
No, not a movie. Just a thing that you love.
What do I love?
It might be a video game. It might even be a shirt that you're wearing right now that starts with the title of this movie.
Legend of Zelda.
Yes. The first thing, I was like watching it the whole time, I'm like, there's a lot of Zelda imagery here.
Yeah.
I'm in.
I clicked the IMDb
Tim Curry
trivia.
for Ganondorf.
Literally, yeah, Tim Curry is Ganondorf.
He's
Rescuing
Ganondorf,
the
but-
princess. He's like going to...
Tim, you gotta watch it.
I'm in.
It's
We got
literally-
TC, my boy.
So the reason they're not doing
Legend
a live action Zelda movie
of
is that
Zelda.
it's already happened.
It's already been made,
Oh,
and
shit.
it flopped horribly 30 years ago.
Tom Cruise as Link.
My boy TC's Link, aka Jack, he's got to save Princess Lily from darkness, aka Ganondorf.
Prince Lily's Zelda.
Yes.
Right? The first thing in the IMDb trivia,
like fairies and
widely believed to have inspired the game series Legend of Zelda. I'm like, oh man.
Wait, it's the other way around? When did it come out again?
85.
Yeah, the first Zelda game was
Legend.
like 85 or 86 or something.
Oh.
Interesting.
I thought it maybe like the Legend of
Like,
Zelda
other way
game
around?
came out. Yeah, but no.
I was wondering that too because I was like, whoa, 85, that's later than I thought. I thought it was 80. But, I don't know. That was in the IMDb trivia. So one of them was inspired by one of them because it's so similar. Like, I can see, is it Navi, right?
Navi, yeah.
On your shirt there,
Yeah.
literally is in this
There's a
movie,
fairy.
right,
Yeah,
Scott?
yeah.
There's that exact, like, it's literally Navi, like, follow me! Like,
Yeah.
exactly the same.
Oh, I'll be watching this.
It's great. Get Show Me. You might have to pay for Show Me for a month just to see this thing.
It's fine. It's worth it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's bizarre.
I don't know, it's a really fun fantasy movie. Like I said, it felt very influential. I even noticed like Lord of the Rings imagery. Like maybe Peter Jackson may have used this as like a template for how to actually sculpt out like the book into a movie. Like there's a main goblin who's one of the villains. Incredible makeup, by the way. Some of the best makeup I've ever seen. Tim Curry.
I don't know how long it took. It probably took him like 10 hours to get in.
6 hours a day.
6 hours?
He wore 3 foot fiberglass
I just wouldn't even take it
ones.
off. I'd be like, no, this is me for the next 6 months.
Funny story, nightmare of a movie to shoot. Tim Curry used to have to take baths to like melt the prosthetics off. So one day he got so angry that he just tried tearing them off and like
He
tore,
probably like ripped his face.
literally tore like his cheek off. So they had to freeze production for like weeks to have
As
him
he
heal.
like healed.
Yeah.
That's
Ridley Scott was just raging hard, I guarantee. He was like, put me into makeup, I'll do it. The set that they
Yeah,
were shooting
Ridley
on
Scott.
burned down also. Yeah. Which halted the production for like a month, I think? 2
the
months?
set burned down?
Tom Cruise's father died during the production of this movie, so he had to leave. The star of the movie had to leave for like months.
A week or whatever.
I think it was a month. I
A
don't know.
month?
Yeah, I was reading all this in the trivia. It was just a nightmare. And then like, it was also, this movie was also 2.5 hours, and they had shown it to test screenings and just got like destroyed by test screens. So that the studio made Ridley cut it down to 90 minutes. So this thing's an hour and a half flat. Yeah. Just get
It was
destroyed.
2.5 hours, the original cut.
He cut an hour.
Is there a director's cut out there?
Scott, let me tell you. Tom Cruise was so angry by the 90-minute cut, he refused to acknowledge this movie in his filmography in like interviews and stuff for years until they released the director's cut. And now he will acknowledge the
So
director's
did you watch
cut.
the 90-minute cut or the
Yes.
director's cut? You didn't watch
The
the
90-minute cut I
Okay.
watched.
I'm going to try to get my hands on the director cut.
Oh,
Yeah, you
So
will.
look up Amazon right now.
Tim is on Amazon
Tim, you're
I've
gonna
seen
searching.
freak.
this laugh before,
Oh, you've seen
and
it.
I didn't think it was like a high fantasy movie like that. I thought the devil was like
Just
just like a devil character. Like I thought it was like a
No.
Bill and Ted's type situation.
Okay. No.
Cool. I'm
It's pure-
amped for this movie.
Yeah, it's just really fun. It's not... I mean, I'm not trying to make it like...
I'm sure it's not good. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a masterpiece. It's super
Just fun. It's fun.
Right?
That's a good
There's
way of putting
obviously a thick layer of 80s cheese. thick mountain.
Thick layers of
melted
fromage.
fromage.
On IMDb, there's a picture of Mia Saro and Tom Cruise like hugging a horse with an obviously fake horn on it, and it looks hilarious.
Yeah, that would be The Last Unicorn. that Darkness, Tim Curry, is trying to kill.
I'm surprised it's not called The Last Unicorn.
I can't believe
That's a great
this
name.
movie's not called The Last Unicorn. The dwarfs, the goblins, just the makeup effects were just amazing. The sets, it was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Makeup.
Rightfully so.
It would have won if not for Cronenberg's The Fly the same year. So just get destroyed by like the best makeup of all time. But if not for like the best makeup job ever, I feel like this would have won.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just really fun. I'll probably have to hit it with a heavy 3.
Heavy 3.
I realize like I haven't said anything explicitly negative, but like I don't know, it's not
a
a 5 bang.
Yeah.
There's like some obvious cheese in there, like Tim was saying, like the unicorns, air quotes, come like galloping out, and they're like plastic horns, or like literally flippy flopping, like boing 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 boing.
They're what?
They're boing 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 boing.
Disgusting.
Shockingly dark. Also, arrows go through heads. Let's put it that way. There's like this insane, amazing swamp creature that comes up out of the water to like attack TC, and he just like swag style lobs its head off like one backhand with his sword. I'm like, whoa! Yeah, the head just like. Yeah, Tim, you're gonna flip. You got to see it, dude. If you don't last see it, next episode, I'll kill you.
It sounds great.
Alright, so see Legend. It's legendary.
I'm going to jump in with my last scene. If you guys don't mind.
Sure.
Please do, Scott. Please do.
Wait, I think Ty wants to go first.
Ty? What's that, boy? Well,
he's not a dog, okay?
You watch Kingsman again. Alright. Go ahead.
You guys guessed it. The story of T.E. Lawrence, the English officer who successfully united and led the diverse, often warring Arab tribes during World War I in order to fight the Turks.
Alright, let me settle in for this 40-minute review.
Yeah.
It's a long-ass movie, boys. Lawrence of
shot.
Arabia. Came out in 1962. Directed by David Lean. Starring Peter O'Toole, Alec Guinness, Omar Sharif, and Anthony Quinn, among several others. It's a long movie, but it's pretty damn epic. Like, it's known as one of the best movies of all time. Like, it's always up there, like Lawrence of Arabia, and it lives up. It lives up to the expectations. It's very good. It does like because it's so long. It feels.
How long is it exactly?
It's 3.5 hours.
That's not that bad, actually. It's like long. Lord of the Rings length. I was expecting like 4 hour.
Maybe there's a cut that's longer.
I feel like there's I don't know. Whatever. That's
pretty
long.
sure I watched the longest version I could find. But yeah, it's good. The performances are great. I mean, it's 1962, so there's no like method acting. But I mean, it was funny though because like they have all these like British actors like playing like Arabs.
Oh,
so it's bizarre. Like Alec Guinness plays Prince Faisal, who's like an Arab leader, right?
Sweet.
Alec Guinness, Obi-Wan himself.
The guy's good. He can play Arab. It's incredible.
He's like has the Arab accent and everything. It's weird.
He has an Arab accent?
Yeah, like he. Yeah.
Is it offensive or like?
No, it's not offensive.
He does it well?
No, it's good.
Okay, Alex.
It's good.
Have you guys seen clips of John Wayne playing Genghis Khan?
That's offensive.
No, that's offensive.
It's just John Wayne dressed as Genghis Khan.
John Wayne with a Fu Manchu mustache.
No.
That's all it is, yeah.
I'll be YouTubing after we finish this.
Pretty disgusting. But go ahead.
Does he say pilgrim at all?
Probably.
In that movie? We got
Mongolian pilgrim.
I can't even. And Anthony Quinn, I literally thought the actor was Arab, but he wasn't. He's a straight up British man who played Auda, who's another one of the like tribe leaders. I literally thought he was Arabic, but he wasn't. I was pretty amazed at his transformation. But just the cinematography, amazing.
Really?
Of like the shots of the desert and everything, of like the sunsets and stuff, and the way they shoot it, it's top notch. And obviously, like it's well known for having like huge amounts of extras. There's like tons of people, like literally hundreds of people on like riding camels and like in horses, like charging and like fight like action
I
sequences.
love that.
It's like epic, right? Because like
Yeah.
you can't CG like add an
Yeah.
extra like legion or two or something, right? It's all real, so like it's pretty epic, and the score just adds to it. It has like a classic score that you would remember if once you hear it, you remember it for forever. It's like got that classic hook. You're like, oh snap, and it's like a recurring theme to the whole movie. There's different variations on it. One thing that like the actual story itself is pretty good, but one thing that does bother me is that Lawrence is just so egotistical that
Really?
it just makes him almost unlikable.
Did you read like a plot synopsis? I don't actually know like the main plot. Did
So
you
he's
say
a British soldier, and he goes to Saudi Arabia basically to Prince Faisal, who's played by Alec Guinness, and he's sent to sort of figure out what Faisal's trying to do, and it's kind of like it's almost like that like Pocahontas like Dances with Wolves thing. Like he like joins with them and like leads them, and like he's like trying to like keep up with them, like the Bedouins, and then he like eventually like leads them into like battle and stuff.
Really?
Like dresses like them.
Last Samurai for you there.
I was gonna say like Last Samurai.
It's not, but he's sent like as an ally, right? So it's not like they're like enemies and he like joins them or something.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It's a little different.
Shit.
It's a little bit different. But and then they're in war against Turkey. So they're like he like fights the Turks and everything. And there's a couple battles. Like he has a pretty ballsy plan, which was there's like this strategic town that they need to attack, and he, instead of like fighting it straight on or like by water, which is what you normally do, because they have like these guns that face the water that would defend the town really well, he's like, let's just cross the entire desert from the other side and just hit it where it's undefended. But we have to cross the entire friggin' desert first,
Savage.
like a boss.
Like a boss.
And the
boss
Bedouins
is
are like,
rude.
bro, we don't even do that. Like we don't even do that. And he's like, let's go. We're going, and they go. It's like epic.
Sounds amazing. It's something that's been on my watch list my whole life. I need to knock off. I know it's a classic.
It's just one of those classics that
Now,
are essential.
I need to know. How's the length? Like, did you feel the length? Were you like drowsy? Was it like, oh my god, this is like killing me? Like, this is.
I
so
literally
long?
stopped after 2 hours. Took
Like,
an
took a
hour
break?
nap.
What?
And
Seriously?
then came back to it and watched
Intermission.
the last
You
hour.
took an
Yes.
intermission, like the
Yeah.
theater would
It
have.
was
in
it's a
62.
long movie, man.
It's amazing.
That's
That's what I figured. I feel like I'd have to watch it in 2 sittings, or like after a nap or something. Like 3.
You have to
I don't
like
know.
set an afternoon aside because
Yeah, right.
I literally
exactly.
it was my entire Saturday afternoon.
Holy
It's just
shit.
watching Lawrence of Arabia. But yeah, the performances
though.
were good. I especially liked Omar Sharif as Sharif Ali, who was like his entrance was pretty epic into the movie. I won't say anything, but it was pretty badass, and he sort of becomes his like friend. It doesn't start out that way, let's just say.
Ooh,
And
really?
yeah, he's great. He's like one of the only like actual like Arabian like actors from. Actually, I think he's Egyptian. I don't quote me on it, but most of the actors playing like the big like Arabic leaders are British, like I said. So he's one of the ones that isn't, and he was great. So yeah, I really liked it. I mean, Peter O'Toole's performance is great too. Even if I don't necessarily liked his character,
Yeah.
like his performance was like outstanding. So I'm gonna hit it with a 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5
The
reels.
4-reeler.
Yeah,
Are you for real?
I'm for real, guys.
Swag.
So yeah, Lawrence of Arabia, check it out. It's a classic. If you guys haven't seen it, order that Blu-ray on
Ty?
Amazon.
Thoughts?
He loved it.
Alright.
Let's get into our review of the week. This week is the latest film in the Star Trek franchise, Star Trek Beyond came out this last Friday, July 22nd, 2016. Directed by Justin Lin, starring Chris Pine, Zachary Quinto, Carl Urban, Zoe Saldana, Idris Elba, Simon Pegg, Anton Yelchin.
Oh boy.
R.I.P.
Oh boy.
Story continuation after the Enterprise has been sent on their long 5-year mission, a couple years in.
The
Tim,
crew
jump in.
of the Enterprise find themselves 3 years into a 5-year mission when a survivor of a vicious attack begs for help against Krall, a brutal leader of an alien army who have taken up resistance against the Federation.
Well done, Tim. Well done.
Just wrote that literally in the last 30 seconds.
Oh shit!
What are your thoughts on Star Trek Beyond, Tim?
Wow.
I saw this Friday afternoon by myself.
Sick.
Sick.
I love the first one. I
Good.
love the second one because I have no affinity to Wrath of Khan, which seems terrible. So I didn't care that it's just like a reversal of that story.
Right.
Thank
Didn't
you.
bother me.
I agree. Internet.
And I enjoyed this one. It's not quite as good as the first two. I think that I like the idea that they're just kind of on a mission, but I do feel that it was very small scale compared to the first two. They could have gone a little bit bigger, maybe explored, or maybe had Idris Elba play like a Klingon or something. Because they set up the Klingon War in the last movie, would have made sense just to continue with that storyline, which they could do in the next
I have
one.
a feeling they have to do Klingons next.
Yeah, because
They've
set
been
up,
avoiding it too long.
yeah.
I don't know why.
Because even
Some
like
bizarre
literally
reason.
the end of the last one was like, yeah, we pissed off the Klingons. There's probably gonna be war soon.
Yeah, that's right.
And then this one, I think they just wanted to do something different.
Was
Because
there a single
there's a little
Klingon?
backlash against the last one from Star Trek fans. They were complaining that
Little.
Khan was white, which makes no sense because the guy who played him in Wrath of Khan wasn't Indian either. So
Irrelevant.
get over it.
Plus, he's not an Indian in the series. He's an alien, so like
Yeah.
anyone can
Doesn't
play
make
him.
sense.
He's made on Earth.
God.
Right.
Something, I don't know. But they also complained because it wasn't like an original story. It's pretty much just Wrath of Khan, but like reversed. But yeah, I enjoyed this one. It's fun.
Did you watch like any of the shows or anything?
I've seen Enterprise or Next Generation, I guess,
Yeah.
was the one I've seen the most of. But even that, I don't have any sort of love for Star Trek
You're
in
just-
general. But I love the first, like the reboot series. I think is
Yeah.
great. I think tying it into the original series and like paying homages to it when they can is nice. But yeah, this was pretty fun. There's some cheesy moments. We can get into that. I think this had the same budget as the first two, and it doesn't feel like it. There's some weird choices with some CGI and stuff.
It was that classic Simon Pegg shot
Yeah,
that cracks me up from the trailer.
yeah. Like literally didn't have to be in there. Like he just scene was so
Yeah, like
so
why was that
unnecessary.
CG'd? I don't get it.
But yeah, overall I enjoyed it. It was fun.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I liked it. As a fan of the series, like the original series and Next Generation, to me it felt closer to that.
Yeah.
Instead of the way that the first two were done, which is more like Star Warsy.
Yeah.
A lot of people say.
It's more Star Warsy.
But this feels like really Star Trekky, like really Trekky, which I'm sure will appease fans of the series. But for me, it works because we already have Star Wars movies around, right now. So they need to do something to differentiate themselves now, and for them to go like a little bit smaller. And it's funny how earlier in the movie, in his like captain's log, Chris Pine says that life's sort of becoming like episodic.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was funny because it is kind of going back to that episodic kind of like
It's like a one-off story.
yeah, very one-off story, which I
Yeah,
like.
because like the events of this, like they are, if they do continue making movies, which I think the fourth one has been confirmed,
Mm-hmm. It has been.
It has.
they have like an overarching storyline with like Klingons and stuff. But like this one was just kind of like a one-off. Like I don't think the villain in this movie is going to have any sort of impact on
No,
any future events, which is cool because you can just step into this one and watch it and you're fine.
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think all the actors, everyone involved was good. I don't think anyone was particularly atrocious. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just.
Is that an
I'm
alien?
just distracted. There's something in the house here. Yeah, like I liked Idris Elba. I wish he had more to do. Like I feel like he was kind of I don't know. I don't know if it was done the best,
No.
but even his like reveal, there was an obvious like reveal that had to happen.
Yeah. Even that wasn't that well explained either. I kind of want to talk about that in spoilers.
Yeah, we'll get into that later. But Adam, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts. Well, much like Tim, not one. I liked the first Star Trek film by Mr. Abrams. I liked the second one even more because, like I said, I agree with you. I have zero affinity to the show. Like, I was never a Star Trek fan. Much like J.J. Abrams. Could care less. I just thought it was like a good movie. I don't care that they flipped Khan or whatever, like the movie Wrath of Khan. So I had heard this one. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little astonished by the great reviews because of that initial trailer. I thought it was quite bad.
Sabotage.
Yeah, the first trailer was really bad.
The Sabotage trailer, yeah, with the big like money shot, like you said, of Simon Pegg doing the Fast 7 like leap
Jump off the cliff.
with like obvious green screen everywhere. And I was just like,
he's like riding a motorcycle and like.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
It's just
disgusting.
bizarre explosions and like not explaining anything.
And then I'm like, well, and I'm also not a fan of Justin Lin, like all the Fast movies, like Tokyo Drift. I didn't like True Detective Season 2. I'm like, ew. But I kept hearing, oh, this is like the one that the fans of the show like love. This is what they wanted that JJ didn't give them. It's like a callback to the original show. So not surprisingly, didn't love it because don't give a fuck about the original show. I just thought it was like very like middle of the road for me. I didn't hate it. It wasn't a bad movie, but I don't know.
I can't disagree with what you're saying. That's the thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
yeah.
I liked it. I didn't love it.
Yeah,
like, that's the thing. It's.
I would agree. I liked it.
The first two are like 4s for me.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it. The first
This one's not a 4.
There you go.
Right.
I like it's the worst of the 3 for me.
Yeah.
Would you guys agree?
Yeah. I like it the least
Yeah.
of the 3, but I still
Yeah.
like it.
Like a lot of the podcasts and stuff I listen to are big Star Trek fans, and they're all like, "Oh, this is clearly the best." Like above and beyond. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, they're like clearly the best. Into Darkness, piece of shit, worst Star Trek movie ever fucking made. Disgusting, like disgusting.
Star Trek fans are very
Harsh.
Yeah, but they're very particular about what they want to see in the Star Trek world.
I understand.
So,
I understand. I've always been a Star Wars fan, and I'm the same way with Star Wars. I'm sure, like, if Force Awakens, was a completely different type of movie, I'd be angry too, I guess, right? But I will say, like, the problem for me, I don't think was Justin Lin.
No.
I thought it was well directed.
mm-hmm.
I was like, holy shit, Justin Lin, where you been hiding these skills? Because there's like a lot of really sweet visuals,
Yeah.
like all those like bird's eye view, like panoramic shots of like what would you call it, like the cityscapes
Right.
or whatever.
At the-
I thought that was amazing.
The station,
Yeah, it's like a citadel
the
like
city,
thing.
but it's a station.
Yeah. It looked like miniatures. I don't know. I'm sure it was probably CGI, but I don't know. I thought it looked
It
great.
looked great. Yeah,
Right? Great.
I loved every time I saw that. I was like, this
Yeah.
is cool.
I was like, wow, this looks really good. Like next level. I like the look of like that. One of the characters calls it the bees or whatever. That like swarm. I thought that was cool. Just a lot of cool stuff. Well, I'll save it for spoilers. Big action sequence I thought was really good. The climactic one.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it just I didn't find it funny. Like I didn't like the humor. I don't know what. Did you guys find it funny? Did you laugh at all? I thought there was like
I
some.
didn't
Like
laugh.
Carl
I, like,
Urban.
I like smiled a few times.
Yeah,
like,
I thought it was,
like nothing's really like laugh out loud in
Yeah.
this.
yeah, I don't know. I thought it could have been more clever. Like it was a bit forced. I felt a bit hammy,
I think the humor was a bit better dealt with in the previous two.
which is
like,
bizarre
those were
because like Simon
funny.
Pegg wrote this one, and didn't write the other two.
Right.
So what does that say about Simon Pegg? That's
Yeah,
kind
I think
of
the
useless.
Sophia Boutela's character, J-Law, like the humor there. We'll talk about her name later.
I was gonna say
Well,
that
we
name.
might as well
though,
talk about it now. Named after Jennifer Lawrence
J-Lo.
in Winter's Bone was that was her character's name before they named it. Jennifer
Amazing.
Lawrence in Winter's Bone, and they just shortened it to J-Law.
Do you know this, Tim?
Yeah, I know this.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I love it. I love it.
But the humor with her character, just like I didn't laugh. It just wasn't funny to me.
Yeah, I thought she was good.
Yeah,
like she served her role well. Let's talk about the opening scene. Did not like. How do you guys feel? The weird dog alien things, like the very opening, bad CGI. It looked like Green Lantern. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Am I off base?
No, that first sequence, I was like, oh boy.
Yeah, right?
I was like, that first trailer is very true to this movie.
Right.
Because the one thing that Star Trek fans do admit about Into Darkness is that they love the opening sequence of them, like, in that other alien world.
Me too.
So I was like, the opening of this one on a different alien world, I'm just like, oh boy.
It's down here.
Yeah, I'm like, this does not look great.
Give me a break.
I did laugh when the creatures ended up being, like, super small. I was like, I didn't see that coming. But after that initial thing, I was like, the CGI is not great.
You know what that?
But I'd rather have the Inner Darkness opening, where it looked amazing like that, than have like that little like, they're small.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Like there's sort of there's a different like tier of like
and like just
skill involved.
Chris Pine like wrestling, like going like full retard, like green screen. Just reminded me of like Pirates of the Caribbean or something. It's just like so like it felt like okay, you're out of ideas, I guess. But I don't know. Other than that, yeah, I don't know. I thought, I can't say much more. I just thought it was a mediocre, like fairly fun.
Did you like
action?
The villain?
Idris. Oh, I haven't even talked about my boy Idris Elba. No, not really. I didn't love him. I thought it's hard. Like Idris's performance was good, I thought, but the character was like very shallowly written. It was just I don't care. It was a big don't care. Like the angry alien, like I'm killed. Like I don't care. Sorry, nice try.
Get to the Federation.
I
can't do it, but yeah.
And like, I guess spoiler. Yeah, spoiler.
We'll get into his character later because there's lots of spoilery things.
I was very excited when I heard that Idris Elba had signed on to play the villain in this. I was like, ooh, like he's a great actor, like love him, love Idris. How are they gonna use him? And it's just kind of wasted.
Yeah, my first reaction was like, oh my god, he's gonna make a great Klingon. He's gonna be like so
badass,
intimidating, badass. Yes. And then they just like ditched the Klingon storyline. I was like, okay,
all right.
Let's just.
I can see the potential of him being like an angry Klingon, like being like badass fighter, and But they didn't. It makes me sad because they've already used Idris Elba now. So if they do Klingons,
shit.
I mean, there's lots of other great actors out there, but he would have been great in one of those roles. Yeah. That type of role.
I agree. That's devastating. Now that you put it that.
Yeah, I feel like there's just something. Now I'm thinking back in the movie. There's something missing. Like there's no like crazy sequence that I'm just like, wow, that was amazing, or like anything that really stood out.
Yeah.
Like anything outstanding. Really happened.
I'm not too sure like what the like thing is that's making people like five bang this movie. Like I'm not sure.
It's got to be that similarity to the series, to the TV series.
It's got to be. So is it like nostalgia, like a nostalgic type thing? Like wow, it's just like the show. Because I know there's like there's a lot of references. Like did you guys hear the green hand in the sky thing?
Yeah, that literally happened in an episode.
That's literally like a reference, and there's tons of little things like that, just like pandering to the.
But literally everything that happens, like, is just similar tropes that have been done.
Yeah, right.
In the show. So for me, it was a very familiar, like, movie. Because I've watched a lot of the series.
Right.
Different shows.
The original as well?
Yeah, the original. Next Generation, Voyager.
Mind-blowing fact, by the way. Justin Lin is the first director to do a Star Trek movie that was born after the show had ended. The original show. Did you guys know that?
No.
Mind-boggling.
I mean, the original one came out a while ago.
Yeah.
In the 60s.
That's just crazy. Well, that's why it's crazy. Like, he's the first director that was born after. That's insane. So all the directors have been old? Like, really old. Like, how old is J.J. Abrams?
Old enough.
That's like...
to exist
that blew my mind.
In the 60s.
That just blew my mind.
I guess. Well, do we want to get into spoilers then? Give our ratings and
Alright.
Yeah. Alright.
Aim your hate mail at timmcgavick@hotmail.com.
I'm hitting this with a 2.
Whoa!
Kidding. Heavy 3. Slightly below the other 2.
I was like, that's fucking ruthless. I'll hit it with a 3. Just middle of the road, flatline.
It's a heavy 3. Heavy 3 for me. Yeah.
Heavy 3 is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
I like that. Well, let's get now that we got that out of the way. Let's get into spoilers.
Now let's let loose here.
Tim, you had a question. You were not sure about a character.
Yes.
Oh?
Idris Elba. We find out used to look like a human, and apparently he had been slowly making himself look less like an alien. My question is, what turned him into looking like an alien in the first place? I'm confused by that. Did I miss something, or did they just not explain it? Because he's human on his captain's log, and then 100 years goes by, they find him, he's like full alien form, and he's been like zapping energy out of people that he's kidnapped, and each time he does that, his alien form becomes less and less apparent, and he becomes more and more human looking. So is there something on the planet that made him like alien?
He mentioned something that he found something that will like prolong his life or something. Right?
I do not remember that. Wow.
Yeah, he mentions that he prolong his life, but I assume it's zapping people's energy is prolonging his life. But that makes him look less like an alien.
Does it? I don't know. Like something that maybe through that similar process
turned him into an alien in the first place.
It turned him alien, and then now he's like training other humans in order to make himself look more like them.
Maybe he's draining. Yeah, maybe when he first landed on the planet, he's draining the aliens, and you just take on the form of whatever you're draining.
So that would make sense to me.
Makes sense.
Whether or not that's how they actually explain it in the movie.
We bailed them out.
there you go, guys.
Don't worry, Simon Pegg.
Questions answered.
But I think the big problem was that I think his motivation was a little weak.
Yeah, to say the least.
Because they could have easily solved that problem.
What
like he could have just like escaped from the planet with his ship that they fixed pretty easily. So his ship was essentially fine. He just like flown off the planet and been like, oh yeah, we didn't contact you because there's a huge like nebula that like kills communications.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Simple apology would have
as
sufficed.
James from Weekly Planet would say, a lot of this movie could have been solved with like a Postit Note explaining.
True.
Sorry about this, but this happened.
Yeah, I always hate that sort of character sort of trope where someone's been like wronged by like a bigger like corporation, and it's not like their fault really, and they just take it way out of proportion and become like megalomaniac killers.
Yes.
It's like, would the average person react that way? I don't know.
Jamie Foxx, Amazing Spider-Man 2
right
character arc.
Yes, exactly.
What a reference, am I right?
What's
Internet
this?
nerds. Jamie Foxx, who's like the like shit on company like janitor guy.
Yeah.
He just turns into like a psycho mass murderer guy.
And they kind of allude to it in the movie. They're like, because Chris Pine's like, oh yeah, like out in space, you don't really know like up or down or left or right. You get like lost in it essentially. That's how they explain away Idris Elba going crazy. But I'm like, he was on a planet though, so he wasn't like he was grounded and knew like one day night was, and he had his crew there with him as well. So I don't know why he went insane.
Good point.
It's not like he was by himself floating through a spaceship for like 100 years.
I just hate that trope because I don't find it very believable.
No.
Yeah.
I wish his character was more like humanized, where I could like actually like empathize with him, but like
Khan. I felt Khan was like
exactly
because Khan felt wronged by
the
Federation, but like they enslaved his people and like
it made more sense.
Stuff, yeah.
I think the big problem, like the core, if we were to cut to the core of the problem, the Trekkies were so angry about Into Darkness that the studio just said let's go with a safe guy like a Justin Lin who's just going to take our notes and just give us that like Fast and the Furious type movie. Because like if you look at who else they were eyeing, Duncan Jones, Edgar Wright, they were like
Roberto Orci,
other
right?
people,
Remember that?
who stepped down, right?
Bizarre.
Which those guys I feel would have taken risks and stuff like JJ, but they just said no. Like give us like a nostalgic, safe, just carbon copy of the show for the 50-year anniversary and everything. We don't want to like piss off any more fans.
I think they tried to. They were trying to keep the franchise afloat.
Yeah,
because it could have gone really bad. I think Justin
this
Lin,
isn't
I think
like
Justin Lin saved it.
Yeah,
So I don't think
yeah.
I think it could have turned out way worse.
Right. I don't think it was like terrible, but it wasn't amazing.
No.
I thought like obviously I think Edgar Wright would have been a more interesting choice, or Duncan
Very
Jones.
interesting choice.
I think Duncan Jones as well.
Yeah.
I
Director of Warcraft.
Warcraft aside, Moon. I'm talking about Moon when I say that, not Warcraft.
Yeah, it's he
Sorry,
did a movie in space, so he can do Star Trek.
See, you agree.
It's fucking. What's that?
Moon's great.
These directors that did the Kon-Tiki.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
What are they doing? What movie?
Pirates.
They're doing
They're in
Pirates.
Pirates, right?
They've done a movie with a boat.
Yeah, there's water and boats
They can
involved.
do it.
They know what they're doing.
You know.
They've worked with boats.
Mark Webb's last name is Webb. He can do Star Trek. He's fine.
He knows webs. Well.
What do you guys think of the John Cho, the Sulu being revealed as gay
Bizarre.
thing?
Fine with it. Didn't affect the story at all.
I just thought it was
Yeah.
it was funny how they went out of their way to mention it before the movie came out, and
Yeah.
it's like literally a throwaway scene.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I wouldn't even have noticed or cared.
Yeah, me and
Came
Scott
out.
talked about this. Would you have like noticed if they didn't say like he's gay and it's going to be revealed that Sulu is gay in this film?
I wouldn't even notice.
I'd be like, oh, if he's hugging his brother or something, like what? It's pointless. It's just bizarre, pointless.
I mean, I like it as an homage to George Takei, but
George
George
Takei
Takei
does
doesn't.
not like it.
right. But I like it,
Yeah.
even if I don't agree
Fuck
with George
you.
Takei.
That's my George Takei impression.
Is there anything else you guys want to
I don't
mention?
think there's anything else
I
want to
loved
say.
the Sabotage sequence. I don't know how you guys felt about it.
That made sense because I love how like it's a callback to the first movie where like he
Yeah.
plays that song when he's doing his motorcycle, and when
Yes.
that song comes on, you can see like Chris Pine being like,
Excellent
choice.
Yes.
I thought that was
At
like
first
the
I
most
was like,
fun part in the
yeah.
movie for me.
And just like
Totally, yeah.
I
fucking
was
those
like,
guys up. Like it looked great too,
damn.
like flying, just having the massive explosions, just like following him. I was like, this is pretty sick.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's like massive explosion behind. Like that was probably the most fun moment.
I also love the look of the nest. I think is what they called it. Was that, or am I thinking of something else?
What do you
The big space
elaborate?
station that they go to. It's called
Yeah.
the Nest, right?
Is it?
Is it? Or am I thinking of something else?
We
that I just
mentioned
watched?
that earlier, but yeah, that the sort of
The big dome that has like these big walkways.
sphere.
Yeah.
Oh,
It looks cool.
yes,
Like
yeah.
I was like, this
City.
is pretty sweet looking.
Amazing. It had
Yeah.
that miniature-y feel. I
Yeah.
don't know if they used that, but yeah, I
It's
thought
kind of
that
like
was amazing.
the Citadel from Mass Effect, but
That's exactly what I was thinking of. Oh my god.
but more like bent.
Yeah, more bendy.
So cool. Plus, I love the warp speed shot
visual.
of
Oh,
them flying through space. There's like a big like,
Like
bubble
warping,
around them.
yeah.
going through. I
Yes.
was like, this looks sick.
that was amazing.
Yeah.
It reminded me of like Interstellar. I
Yeah.
love that shot.
Yeah.
That and the Sabotage thing.
Great.
Amazing.
And there were some good tender
That's about
moments where like they're
Oh.
drinking Chekhov's scotch. And like
Oh,
I thought he would have been a
shit,
vodka
that's
guy,
right.
right?
That was pretty good.
And then there's that
True.
moment at the end, which
True.
I don't know if it was delivered or not, but Chris Pine's making the speech, and when he says something about absent friends, it like lingers on Anton Yelchin. I was just like,
Ooh.
Anton.
Really, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Comfortable.
Yeah.
And I do like how they gave the characters a little bit more to do, except for Zoe
Mhm.
Salanda. He did like nothing in this movie, but she did a lot in the last movie. But
She did a
Chekhov
couple
has a pretty
things.
big scene. He has a bigger role in this movie than he did. Bones has a pretty big role in this movie too.
Yeah, am I wrong? Did Chekhov have his biggest role yet?
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's what I thought, right?
He's actually out doing stuff. It's great.
Yeah, I think okay. Now I can see like why people like the way they got. I remembered this is how I felt during the movie. Like the way they got separated on the planet. They each had to take on like their own little task. Felt very like TV,
Yeah.
right? Very episodic.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what
That
everyone's
happens
talking
a
about.
lot.
Yeah. Okay.
They get stranded on an.
I've never
alien-
seen an episode of Star Trek, so I have no idea.
They get stranded and they gotta like work together and
Yeah.
find a solution and get
Really?
back to the ship. Yeah, literally.
Okay.
that happens a
now
lot.
I see. Because like people are saying this feels so Star Trek-y. I don't really know what that means, to be honest. Like the first two movies are like the only Star Trek thing I've seen. So
Yeah.
I just
You gotta expand your horizons, bro.
I gotta watch some. They just added the original show to Netflix. Maybe I'll check it out.
The William Shatner.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to do that, but yeah, okay. Anyway.
It's not great, but it's...
If you do ever want to watch everything Tom Hardy's ever done, you will have to watch a pretty terrible Star Trek movie.
Oh, shit.
Star Trek Nemesis.
Star Trek Nemesis. I saw it in theaters with my mom when I was like 40. Pretty great.
So you've seen the show? Like you're...
No.
You were alive when the original was out?
Yeah. No, I saw the first one. I saw Nemesis when I was like 9 in theaters with my mom.
I watched Nemesis.
She's a Star Trek fan.
I watched it in theaters too.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So you've been a big Tom Hardy fan since you were 40?
Tom Hardy,
I've seen
all
him
veiny
way back,
and
yeah.
Weird, bald.
Playing
Patrick
weird,
Stewart,
like,
right?
Patrick Stewart twin.
Yeah.
Gross.
Clone. He's a
clone.
literally Picard clone.
Yeah.
Oh
Disgusting.
god.
Bizarre.
Well, let's move on into our plethora of news topics.
Was there news this week?
Couple trailers, I guess.
You know what? I think that'll do it for this week's episode.
No conventions happened to talk about.
ComicCon. There's a bunch of things that happened. One thing, I'll mention a couple things that we won't really get in depth with, but Brie Larson confirmed as Captain Marvel.
Fantastic.
You guys in?
I'm in.
Perfect. Don't know
Shows
what
you
else
again,
to say.
Marvel has their ear to the fans because they've been calling for Brie Larson for like a couple of years now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well said.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where like fans say it so much, I'm like, yeah, but they're never going to just get the most popular.
They're not going to get
choice.
Benedict Cumberbatch to be Doctor Strange.
Yeah, like, come on.
And then they do.
Get shit on, yes they do.
So yeah, Brie Larson finally confirmed. I'm sure she'll appear in the Infinity Wars movies.
Yeah.
So those are before Captain Marvel?
Yeah, Captain Marvel's coming out 2019. So in 3 years.
Oh.
But it's not as far away as it seems now. It's like really 2.5 years now.
Yeah, and she'll have to shoot that like right a year or two before.
Yeah, so they're going to be shooting in like 2 years.
Yeah.
I guess.
They're going to be sharding.
Damn it! I didn't think you were going to call me out on it. Yeah, there's a couple other things that happened at Comic-Con that we don't really have to talk too much about, but Michael B. Jordan, for one, is confirmed as Eric Killmonger, who's like Black Panther's like nemesis, like villain. So that's kind of cool. You guys like that?
Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
Nothing bad to say. I love Michael B. Jordan. Can't wait to see him play his first villain. Yeah. I don't know the character.
And they played a lot of footage from all the new movies that are coming out, both Marvel and DC. So they played some Spider-Man Homecoming footage, which we didn't get to see. It's still not out for the general audience. I think they also had some Doctor Strange footage, which we saw.
New trailer,
right?
Yeah.
So pretty good. You guys?
I liked it a lot.
Me too.
I wasn't crazy about the first trailer. I was like, okay, could be good, could be bad. This one I thought was great. Like when it starts going apeshit at the end, and he sees that like full on like Inception like folding sandwich cityscape. I was just like, whoa. Yeah. And he looks like he's about to do like a platformer, like Nintendo style, like jump from building or something. Like, it just looks insane. Which remember we said I hope they go like nuts. It's the perfect.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Speaking of going nuts with Marvel,
Kurt
Russell is playing Ego of the Living Planet.
Yes,
probably the most bizarre character. So we got that coming too.
Michael Keaton say, "You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts."
Yeah. He's playing a massive planet with a face, basically. Bizarre. Only Guardians of the Galaxy could do that.
Yeah,
let's
right?
be honest.
Could be
let's get into the meat here, though, guys. The meat of our discussion about Comic-Con. First things first, Justice League. They had Justice League panel. They released this sizzle reel of footage. What are your guys' thoughts? Adam, what do you think of the Justice League footage that we got to see?
What are my thoughts, huh?
You a fan? Not a fan? On the fence?
Of this...
Off the fence.
Of this Iggy Thump plaid sizzle reel.
Yes.
I liked it. I liked it quite a bit. I thought it was a step in the right direction. Unlike BVS DOJ. Which was a massive misstep.
Yes.
You can see, I guess,
there's a DOGSHIT, if you will.
Oh, that's good, Scott. I like that. Like, you can see the influence of Jeff Johns. I assume is the influence of Jeff Johns right away. It's got that humor. It's more punchy. Looks, fun. Dare I say it? from what I saw, the dialogue and whatnot. I love the look of Aquaman. That scene with the waves like exploding him was like sick. Yeah, looks good. And I fucking laughed out loud when Bruce Wayne threw the Batarang at the Flash, and he was just like watching it for what felt like 10 minutes coming at him. I just had a shit-eating grin on my face. I liked it.
Yeah.
Which I said at the time, even when I didn't like Batman v Superman, I even said, like, just give us a fun Justice League movie. With a big team up like that, a big team up movie, I just want to have fun.
I'm hoping that tonal shift, it seems, like, will fit. But
yes,
I like it. Even still like it.
I agree. I hope it's not too drastic. Like all of a sudden it's like Avengers.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's like campy or something.
Yeah, that'd be scary. But it looks like a smooth transition.
Yeah,
I think.
And it's just a sizzle reel of footage. Like we haven't really seen what they're fighting, like what's going on, the plot. This is just mainly what we've seen is Bruce Wayne trying to get the Justice League together. Yeah. And we're sort of seeing a little introductions to each character and seeing a little bit of Wonder Woman there as well. And
Bruce Wayne with the beard.
Yeah, looking grisly.
Looking good.
I like it. I think he'd have to shave it to fit it under his cowl. But...
I say they go full bearded under the cowl. Salt and pepper, full beard.
Bearded Batman? That would just be disturbing.
That'd be disgusting.
Yeah, I liked it. I'm interested to see the first actual trailer, but this has got me cautiously optimistic. Yeah, because you never know. Like this is they may have done like a Suicide Squad thing or something where they just show again. We haven't seen the movie, but where they just show all the funny, quippy parts, you know, in the trailer, and you're like, wow, this is gonna be a really fun movie, and then it's not. But yeah, I'm in right now. I'm
cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
I'm still a little worried that Snyder's in the director's chair. Worries me.
Yeah.
After, DVS.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Tim,
I don't know. We'll see.
What are your thoughts?
Let's hear your thoughts.
What are my thoughts?
Yes.
What are your
Tim,
thoughts?
You sound dumb. Don't do that.
I agree with Scott. Cautiously optimistic.
Oh.
Mostly because Zack Snyder is still in the helm of this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems like Adam said, it's a step in the right direction, I think. I love the Barry Allen scene.
Right.
He seems to be channeling like Donald Glover, Tom Holland mix here. Like, he sounds kind of like Donald Glover.
Yeah.
And he's pretty much that scene is the Spider-Man scene where like Batman comes to him like, hey, I'm making this team, you want to join? But I love how like excited he is to do it. He's like, I'm gonna stop you there. I'm in.
Amazing.
And Batman's like, really? He's like, yeah, I need friends.
Yeah. I think he's going to steal this movie.
I think so.
Yeah, and we read, I read the reports. Christian Harloff pointed out they had done a set visit to Justice League, and all the eyewitnesses were talking about was the Flash steals the movie. Apparently, his scenes are amazing.
Yeah.
Like he's the Spider-Man in Civil War to Justice League.
He's the Quicksilver in X-Men.
Yeah,
if you will.
That was the vibe I got. Very Quicksilver from the trailer.
I mean, you can't.
How could you not?
You can't avoid that.
Of course,
it's been done before.
And
but
it's cool because his power's not just that he can run really fast. Like he can enter essentially like a time dimension type thing. That's where I kind of like.
Well, it's just a basic Einstein's theory of relativity, and of space-time travel.
Yeah.
If you travel faster than the speed of light, you travel back in time.
Yeah.
So if he just goes fast enough, he'll pass the speed of light, and then he can go back in time. That's how he does it, basically.
Other than Batman, he's become my second favorite character in DC. He's just so fun, and I love that whole sci-fi angle to him.
His powers are some of the things he does in the DC comics is crazy.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how crazy they get with it. But it is pretty cool because he doesn't have to start running to make. It's he just literally steps out of the way. He's doing that. He steps into his little time dimension thing that he does, and he just watches it pass by. And he's just stares at it. He's like, holy shit! That's a Batarang.
Yeah.
And then Cyborg, who's full CGI, looks pretty solid. With they've probably just smashed together that CGI pretty quick too, because they're obviously still filming.
Just started. Yeah.
So yeah, impressed by that.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
A Cyborg. No part of me was ew.
Was it still what's his? I forget his first name, but Fisher.
Ray?
His last name, Ray Fisher. Like, it was him in like a green suit? Or
Yeah,
what?
yeah, that's what they're doing.
Okay,
Yeah.
Is that what, like, specifically?
Yeah. It's full CGI suit, except for like half of his face that's obviously not CGI'd.
Yes.
And then
cool.
Aquaman, obviously they're making him out to be a badass.
You got to.
And they even made the joke about like, oh, you talk to fish, and you just
They had to make fun of that.
Yeah.
That's what he always gets made fun of.
Were you guys expecting, like, a kicker after that? I thought that was a bit of a wet noodle. Like, I hear you talk to fish. Black, like, credits. I was like, what? I thought like, he was going to, like, fuck him up.
Like, throwing a shark at him or something.
I literally thought, there has to be something.
I was waiting for it to cut back.
Obviously, he would retort with something. Like, I hear you talk to bats or something. Like, anything. Give me something.
That's pretty good, actually. What the hell? If he said that, I would have been dying.
Well.
Instead, I was like, right, he talks to fish. That's funny. I guess.
We'll see.
What my cousin, huge nerd, pointed out, what do you guys think of, I didn't even think of this, but I guess there's a point, the whole logic of, like, Bruce Wayne going to all these people and, I guess, instantly revealing that he's Batman to, like, all these people. Isn't that kind of against the character? Like, do you think Batman, like, don't you think he's smarter than that to just be like, hey, I'm Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman, do you want to join my super team? Like, that kind of goes against Batman. He would be like, whoa, these people are all possibly a threat. Like,
maybe I should go as Batman first and then reveal myself to be Bruce Wayne later.
That's what I'm saying. Like, after how hostile he was to this, like, if there's a 1% chance, we have to act. He goes to this kid who can fucking, like, end the world if he wanted to. And he's like, hey, I'm Batman. And then goes to Aquaman, who, like, is very hostile. And he's like, oh, I'm Bruce Wayne, Batman.
Yeah.
It's very against, to me, like,
Bruce Wayne. Yeah.
But I guess, I don't know.
Again, this is from the sizzle reel.
Right.
It could be answered.
I don't have context. It could be answered.
Yeah.
Could be Snyder.
I hope it's answered.
Could be a Snyder move.
Because that is a little bit not like Batman.
Right.
So yeah, there's that.
I'll pray it's answered.
Let's move on then to another trailer.
Oh?
Yes. Also within the DC EU? DC EU? Is that what it is?
Yeah. DCEU, yes.
Wonder Woman, who we saw briefly in the Justice League sizzle reel. Wonder Woman has a full-length trailer. Tim, what are your thoughts? Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman.
Let's hear him, Tim. Don't hold back.
Chris Pine, tie-in.
It is tie-in.
Tie-in. Tie-in. Right, Ty?
R.I.P.
Trailer's great. I enjoyed it. It's very good. I still don't love, like, her as Wonder Woman. Like, she looks fine, but, like, when she speaks, I'm like, your acting is not great. But, yeah, the movie aesthetically looks pretty great. It looks like a lot of practical stuff, which is pretty sick. Like, all those horses flying across the beach. I'm like, look, looks great.
Probably
The last two looks pretty sweet. Probably CG, but it looks good. Yeah, enjoyed it. It's good. It's a good trailer. Seems like it's going for like a Captain America First Avengers vibe with like the war
Hard to
backdrop.
avoid that comparison, but I'm gonna jump in. I love this trailer.
Oh shit!
This movie looks sick. I'm in.
Really?
Yeah. I liked it. It just the humor was, there was a little bit of humor with like Chris Pine, like, oh, your dad's Zeus or whatever. Like, that's neat. Like,
It's neat.
like, it was very like deadpan, but I still liked it. And then when it got into like the action sequences of like the Amazonian like warriors like fighting, I'm like, oh man, that looks sick. Like, yeah. Yeah, I like Gal Gadot. I don't think her acting's that bad, to be honest.
Really?
But
As soon as she delivered her line, I was like, it's a little rough.
I didn't get that feeling.
Maybe I'll rewatch it.
Yeah, but
No.
I liked it. I like Chris Pine. I like how it's like super feminist. Like it's, I don't know, but I like that. It's good that, you know, we're finally getting to see.
She does look badass in
that
those fight
spin.
scenes.
And yeah, the fight sequences of her like slow motion, like sliding across the ground, like this insane like dash. It was like insane. Like I'm hyped for the action sequences. It's reminding me a lot of, you know, that slow motion like 300 like battle sequences.
Very 300.
So Adam, what are your thoughts on Wonder Woman?
Well, we have We have I love this trailer.
Say it.
And I agree. It looks fucking good. I'm in. I was very nervous. I thought you guys were going to fucking destroy me for coming in here and being like, Wonder Woman stole the show. It was sick. And you guys were like, shut the fuck up. No, it didn't. Yeah, I'm so impressed. Like, I probably care about Wonder Woman the least in terms of solo movies, but I thought it looked really good. It just has that, it's like dark and gritty in a good way. It had that World War I or II vibe, like you just said, Captain America. Like it felt like DC's Captain America First Avenger, but not in like a rip-off way, you know what I mean? It just looks, it looks great. Like, I got hype as fuck when I saw that lasso come out, and, like, glowing, and she's just, like, wrangling guys. Yeah. I was like, shit! She just looks like a badass. I didn't have a problem with her dialogue or, like, the way she spoke.
I'm gonna go watch it again.
So, we gotta rewatch it. Fine. Yeah, I don't know. I thought she was great. It looks great. Which I did not expect to say, because I did not give a shit about Wonder Woman.
When I saw, like, Wonder Woman trailer, I'm like, okay, sure.
Right.
And after I'm like, when's this coming out again? Like,
yeah,
I want to watch this now.
Thank you.
It did its job well.
Yeah.
I was definitely more hyped for the Wonder Woman trailer than any of the Justice League footage.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
For me, like, maybe because it's an actual full length like trailer.
Right.
We get to see some more extended shots and stuff like that.
I think the surprise factor was part of it for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like hyped to see the Justice League footage, and I was like, okay, that was good. But then I was like, okay, Wonder Woman, I have to watch this, and I click it, and I'm like, oh, this is nice.
This is nice.
Even her costume, like, I love the color. Like,
yeah, I like how it's
colorful.
braided up a lot. It looks.
So it wasn't just me, right?
Oh yeah, it looks great.
They made it much brighter.
I feel like, again, like Jeff Johnsy or something. I feel like every like hopeful, like colorful, fun thing was like Jeff Johns just stepping in, and being like, more comic booky, please. Because you're not going to out Dark Knight.
Snyder get bodied.
Yeah, basically. They can't go like the Nolan route again. They should just flip it and go the opposite way to the extreme. Mm-hmm. It's like super like fun, colorful.
But still, it still looks gritty though.
Yes.
So it's like they're trying to find that balance.
Yeah. I don't need it to be like full like Guardians of the Galaxy every movie.
Or like the Brendan Routh, like Superman, like where he's wearing like tights. I'm like,
But even Marvel on the other side is sort of. I feel like the scales are balancing. I think Civil War was actually very dark at times. Like, I think Marvel's kind of toning it down from that like cartoon, wacky, fun shit.
They're finding their like their visions, kind of. They're finding their tones. Which is nice.
I'm happy for DCEU. They've been shit on quite a bit.
Yes.
It looks like they have some promising stuff coming.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Oh, there it is.
Another couple of trailers that came out, not comic book related.
Then I'm out.
Yeah. Well, there's one later we'll talk about from the DC universe. But firstly, Kong, Skull Island.
Oh.
DK.
Donkey Kong.
He's the leader of his crew.
No,
starring Tom Hiddleston,
cut that out, Tim.
Brie Larson, as well as Samuel Jackson,
John Goodman,
as well as a couple guys. Yeah, John Goodman. I didn't even realize was in it.
Dr. Dre.
Yeah, Eazy-E, Dr. Dre's in it. So Kong Skull Island. I want to start this off.
Okay. Good. Start off.
Okay.
This movie looks great.
Great.
It looks great. Let me rephrase, because you guys didn't seem very excited when I said that.
I thought you were going to say shit. Just the way your mouth was. This movie looks great.
It looks what I'm seeing looks good. Whether or not the movie will be good, like the cinematography, I have to say, looks amazing. Like some of the shots we've seen,
like the sun rising,
the
with
way
Kong just like standing in front of it. Looks like Apocalypse Now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. Just the way they're shooting it, I don't know. I'm in. But because I was not looking forward to this movie at all, and this trailer has made me a little bit more excited for it.
I'll have to jump in, Scott.
Jump in.
I think I agree with you
Okay.
yet again. It clearly looks like the director, who is talented, by the way. I've seen his movie Kings of Summer. Very good. You guys should watch it. Good dramedy, like coming of age movie. He literally, like, clearly just watched Apocalypse Now and was like,
let's do that.
let's make that movie with a giant fucking ape.
Giant.
100
Huge.
foot,
Yeah.
quote unquote,
Yeah.
from the director. Yeah, I love the cast. Just like Tom Hiddleston, Brie Larson, the two guys from Straight Outta Compton. I'm blanking on their names. Super talented. Samuel L. Jackson is Samuel L. Jackson in every movie, so...
But he doesn't quite look like he's sometimes he's like, oh god, he's phoning it in.
Right. I don't think
But
he looked like
he
was
looks good in this. It's not like
I love like the sets.
Tarzan or anything.
I love the sets and like the props, like the giant skull, and they're practical. You can see them walking through like the giant rib cage, like the bones and everything. Like it just looks like, I don't know, it just looks like Jurassic Parky. Obviously, there's like an Apocalypse Now feel. Kong looked good.
For me, the one that was shot of Samuel Jackson's like pointing a gun at John Goodman. He's like, I'm gonna blow your like brains out if you don't tell me, like, or something.
Yes, yeah.
I just thought I'm glad they're like going out on like a limb and not doing like PG, like,
Yeah.
even
yeah.
I'm assuming it will be PG, but
PG-13, I hope.
but they're going a little bit darker. Which I like. It's not like King Kong or whatever, where it's very like Hollywood, like blockbustery, like
There's no
fun.
Jack Black.
There's no Jack Black.
I don't think the monkey's going to end up climbing the Empire State Building at the end of this one.
No, definitely
I
not.
think not.
Do you think they'll even leave the island
No.
in this movie? And do you think it'll take an hour to get to the island, like
I
Peter
hope
Jackson's movie?
I hope not.
I certainly hope not. Do we know the runtime?
No.
Well, it better be like 90 minutes, pure island.
That's as far as I can watch is 90-minute movies, and then I'm out.
Same.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, before you jump in, I know Tim wants to give his 2 cents. It looks very, like, it's very directed, it seems. Like the way the shots are composed. Like, I like that for this big blockbuster, movie, the way that it's being directed, he's directing, he seems like he's directing his ass off on this one.
I agree. Well said.
For that reason, I'm in. Tim, continue. Or start.
Yes. It does look great.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I agree with everything that's been said so far, except
Oh,
that
Samuel L. Jackson?
Samuel Jackson is
Anyway.
very distracting in this.
I knew he was going to
Really?
say it.
Yeah, he doesn't
I
fit
don't
with,
get
like,
that.
anything else.
I think he was
going on.
phoning it in, but I
No,
was
I think
distracted.
I don't think he's phoning it in. Like, you think he's, like, he's
Which is
acting
unfair,
well. It's
I
just
guess.
that he's always Samuel Jackson.
He's Nick Fury.
Yeah, and
He's
it's just,
fucking-
he's distracting in movies. He's gotten to that point
Yeah.
where he's distracting.
Definitely.
Where I'm seeing him, I'm just like, you're clearly just Samuel
like Nick Cage or
Jackson
something.
in, like, army uniform. Like, John Goodman has, like, John Goodman doesn't look like John Goodman. He looks a little bit different, and he's
Right.
got, like, some acting going on. Tom Hiddleston's, like, bulked up for this role. He looks like an action star. Brie Larson, I don't think we barely even saw in the trailer. But, yeah, Samuel L. Jackson, as soon as he starts talking, I'm just like, fuck, it's Samuel L. Jackson.
And
Maybe it's because he literally did Tarzan. Like,
I
I
didn't see
got
Tarzan,
a
so-
Tarzan like vibe because he's in both trailers.
yeah. Maybe that's why.
Like they love putting him in trailers too.
Yeah.
I think like Hollywood thinks he's like more lovable than he is. Maybe I don't know.
Box
I
office
like him.
growth.
Like, I'm always...
Yeah, I don't.
He's fine
Dislike
in
him.
movies, and in some movies he's really good.
Yeah.
It's just like movies like this where they're like kind of like action, big blockbuster
He's got the
movies. He
one-liners.
always does like the
Yeah.
same thing in them. I'm like, no,
Scowling.
hand him off to like hand him give him a character that he can actually like become a character and not just
Like
Samuel L.
Django?
Jackson, which is my problem.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like
I
Django.
want Samuel
besides
Jackson and Django.
Samuel L. Jackson's movie does look great. It reminds me of the Godzilla trailers that first came out, where they looked like new and different and like well directed and well shot.
Hope it doesn't turn out like Godzilla.
That movie ended up not being that great.
Didn't hate that.
Didn't hate it. Had some,
Didn't hate it.
Again, the movie still looked awesome and looked great. It's just, I think it mostly fell on some of the acting was pretty poor.
The fact that we're saying we didn't hate it, I think, is a sign that
It's not great,
it was meh.
but yeah, this one looks interesting.
What do you guys thoughts on the size of King Kong? Like, he's massive.
I like it.
massive,
Like, way
like,
bigger than
bloody
the
hand
King
stain that's
Kong.
on the side of a mountain. I'm just like, look.
Oh fuck! I like it. I just whatever can like jump me to the Godzilla vs King Kong movie is what I
Right,
want.
because that's, I mean, they're getting to that, right?
Do whatever you have to do to get me to that. I'm sure it won't be till fucking like 2020, but
So what is this? When is this set? Is that confirmed? Like year
you
wise?
just blew my mind. Godzilla was present day. This
Right.
This is clearly like 50s.
Is it?
I don't think so.
Isn't it? No.
No, the helicopters are like 70s helicopters at least.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. It looks fairly modern day-ish.
Yeah, you know what? I guess it
Or is it modern day? I don't know.
King Kong, I just picture like 50s, but I guess you're right. Like, I don't know if there's anything that like
what I'm thinking about is if we get Godzilla vs. King Kong, are we going to get Tom Hiddleston?
Who's going to be
like,
in it?
are they going to be like long dead or something? That's what I'm
going to be like Prometheus, like old age makeup. Tom Hiddleston. He's like, Kong! I'm coming!
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm like, what? This is set because this has implications, but
you gotta look that up.
Remains to be seen. We'll find out obviously very soon.
1970s.
It is in the 70s.
Shit. Weird.
Yeah, so Tom Hiddleston, get hyped for the. Will they make it out alive? I don't know, or we'll get like some old actress to play Brie Larson or something like
that's
their character. That's almost disappointing though. Now that it's like the Bryan Cranston thing in Godzilla. You know, like...
You guys know that John C. Reilly is in this as well? And Tom Wilkinson?
Who's that?
You know him. Trust me.
I'm sure I know, yeah. Weird. Alright, I'm out. Is John C. Reilly, like, did he provide his face as Kong? For, like, reference?
Was he Kong?
Like, he just had his prosthetics on. That was his face at the end. Rising up. I'm like...
I wish I could do a John C. Reilly.
I know, it was perfect.
Yeah.
Oh god.
There is no John C. Reilly impression.
There's that one guy who does it.
Let's move on into our next trailer. Switching gears a little bit. King Arthur. Legend of the Sword, I think it's called?
Yeah, Legend of the Sword.
Directed by Guy Ritchie, starring Charlie Hunnam, Jude Law, among others.
We gotta start with Ty. It's most anticipated.
Ty, let's get your thoughts on King Arthur.
You love it, of course.
Not unlike we usually say when we go to you.
He's speaking to us from the grave right now. We're using the Ouija board.
Ty's tie-in. Anton Yelchin, they're both.
Wow.
To edit that out.
Adam, King Arthur. What are your thoughts on this film?
Okay.
This film's trailer.
I like the Entertainment Weekly photos that came out. Looked like a very dark, like gritty. And I was like, wow, this looks somber. It's like Jude Law and Charlie Hunnam facing off. I like the poster. Thought it was really well done. The font, just the whole art of it. And the trailer came out, and it looks extremely Guy Ritchie-ish. I was praying he would hold back that Guy Ritchie itch, that urge, to go full snatch. But it looks fucking like bizarre. I don't know what to make of it. It's like shoom, shoom, like those smash cuts. Like I feel like he should have just played like a punk rock song or something, right?
Yeah.
And then it's also apparently like fantasy. I was not expecting that. Is King Arthur is there fantasy in King Arthur? Originally?
Well, King Arthur is just a legend. It's not.
Right.
They haven't actually found like an actual historical King Arthur.
Well, we got some like questionable CGI elephants looking large and in charge.
Dream sequence, right?
Really?
Yeah. I had a dream, like he's like describing a dream, and then it cuts to like crazy massive elephants. You didn't catch that?
No, I blacked out, I think. Wow.
It's that tumor.
What?
The tumor's back.
Tumor, dude. What about the witch wizard bitch?
Not dream sequence.
Right, okay.
Or could be, I don't know.
I don't know. It could be fun.
Jude Law with the fireball.
Yeah, he hit him with the Stranger Things, like Dungeons and Dragons fireball. Fireball. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. Could be great, could be shit. I have no idea. You guys fucking go.
Tim, what are your thoughts?
Well, to answer your question, it's gonna be shit.
Thank God, Tim. You've answered my question. Don't have to see it now. Thank you.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. I say his Guy Ritchie's style does not fit with like the King Arthur legend.
No,
it sounds bizarre. Just
horrible title too.
Oh,
added on that it was originally just called King Arthur, and you've added on that Legend of the Sword
Legend of
part.
the Sword.
One of the worst
Totally
titles I've
unnecessary.
ever heard. I wanted to
Oh,
vomit
fuck.
when it came up at the end, the title card.
I'm going to shock everyone and tell you that Charlie Hunnam is British. So the fact that he
No.
sounds like he's putting on a fake British accent is mind-boggling.
Yeah.
His British accent slips in this, and he goes into his Sons of Anarchy American voice.
I watched
crazy.
Bizarre.
Hooligans, something Street Hooligans, like one of his first movies. Same thing. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought he was British. He must be Australian because he's like faking.
I think he's either Australian or British, but like...
No, he's British. I looked
British,
it up
right?
because of that movie, Green Street Hooligans. I was like, why is his accent weird? He can't be British. He is British.
Yeah. And I've seen him in interviews, and he's super British in interviews. Like, he doesn't slip at all. And then in this,
He
I'm just
tries
like...
to act.
I'm like,
gets
what is
slips,
going
I
on
guess.
with your voice?
Different career.
Yeah,
challenge.
man, just looks like Jude Law looks pretty sweet.
Good guy.
He's always pretty great, but this movie just looks like a mess. Like the Guy Ritchie like zoom ins and like pan
Yeah,
across.
yeah.
I was like, this feels like Man from U.N.C.L.E., but like set in ancient England. Is so bizarre.
Keep in
So
mind,
bizarre.
I probably said a lot of what we're saying about Man from U.N.C.L.E. trailers, and I like that movie.
Yeah.
Those are really fun movies. So.
We'll see. This one just tonally looks very odd.
It's a weird fit.
Yeah,
Well,
because
that's
you get
what I
some
meant.
comedic moments, but then there's also like
Somber.
high fantasy, dark, somber stuff. I'm like, I don't know tonally if this movie's going to jive that well.
Like the
Like
pictures.
Man from U.N.C.L.E. is pretty much a comedy, like straight through,
That's
essentially.
true. That's true. It's a fit
Yeah.
for Guy Ritchie. Well, like those pictures look so dark and like gritty. I was like, oh shit, he's gonna like try to like do
It's gonna be
something
like Game of
serious.
Thrones
Yeah.
style.
Yeah. But then it was
As
like
soon
I
as the
was
trailer
quickly
started, I was
reminded.
like, yeah, the trailer started. I was like, this is like Man from U.N.C.L.E. meets A Knight's Tale. I was
Literally.
just like, what
Thank
is
you.
happening?
Perfect.
I want to jump in.
Uh oh. He fucking loves it. I can
does
see
love
the
it.
shit-eating grin on his
He
face.
does love it.
This movie
We'll have to wait and see.
We'll have to wait and see.
will be shit.
Oh! I wish Ty was here to hear this.
It doesn't look
It's
good.
really
Like it's like you guys, to agree with you guys, like the tone is just weird. Like I like the beginning where it's like the cuts and everything, and then I'm like, wait, that's not. It doesn't really fit.
Yeah.
Like it would be funny if that was like if it was set in present day or something.
Right.
You know, like it just
Something.
felt out of place, and the weird like. I feel like it's like Immortals or something like that. You know, it's like one of those like that type of like CG
Yes.
like level of like just bizarre like insane like fantasy extreme.
Like too far, like Warcraft, one
Yeah.
might say.
No, because
No?
that knew what it was. Like it knew it was that. I don't know.
That's fair. This doesn't know what it is.
It
Guy
does-
Ritchie
yeah,
doesn't know what this
it's just
is.
like the costumes are like a little bit too fantasy, and yet Charlie Hunnam is like very like some characters look very grounded and gritty,
Right.
and others like way too like crazy fantasy,
Yeah.
like Seventh
the
Son or
Witch.
something. Like
Yes.
yeah,
Like the character that looks like a witch, not like
Yeah.
the movie The Witch.
Yeah. And speaking of like characters not looking right, Charlie Hunnam's hair is like a pretty modern haircut. It's like buzz sides, like gelled back.
I hate that.
Weird. Don't know how he did that
Yeah.
in the fucking 1500s.
Bizarre.
Bizarre.
Like it's a nitpick, but like
It's donkey oil.
it looks odd when you see it.
That's one thing that we can't really avoid, you know, with movies these days. Like they're trying to appeal. Like if they just had like long greasy hair,
Oh god. You gotta get
No one
sexy
would
Charlie
watch it.
Hunnam.
they have
up in
to
there.
Sexy.
make it
shirtless
look
Charlie Hunnam.
medieval, but yet also make it look cool.
Who lost 45 pounds for this film.
What?
Not put to waste for a shit movie.
He looks about the same as he
I
usually
know.
does.
Yeah.
Fucked.
Did he put on 45 pounds for like something else?
And
And he
then
just got
lose it?
back down to his normal weight.
No, he got down to 145 pounds. That was like his goal for this movie.
Weird. Okay.
It's so
He wanted to
low.
look like a famished King
It's not
Arthur.
famished.
Like, you look normal.
And I don't even know who the other characters are. Like,
Yeah.
is Lancelot there? Is like
Yeah, did they
Like the
even
other-
say? Like,
Knights of the Round Table? Where's the Round Table? I don't. Obviously, this is like the formation, I guess.
yeah.
I don't know. It seems pretty crazy. I think it's gonna be bad. It's not gonna be good.
Well, I can't guarantee shit, but I don't know. I have nothing to say. It looks weird.
let's move on to our last trailer. Going back to where we started with the DC. With the DC property. A little different though. A little bit different. Lego Batman. The trailer. Adam, what are your thoughts on the Lego Batman trailer?
Well, Scott, I'm extremely hyped for this movie since the cast was revealed. It's a fucking amazing cast.
Right.
And I was not disappointed. The trailer looks very funny. Michael Cera stole the show, in my opinion. My boy. I love him.
Doesn't happen very often, but...
Well, it does for me. I mean, he doesn't act, but anymore for some reason. I love Michael Cera. I'm a Michael Cera apologist. Yeah.
Really?
Love him. Love everything he's ever done. Yeah, he was amazing in this. Looks hilarious. Not much more I can say. I want to see more Zach Galifianakis as the Joker, though. I'm extremely hyped for that, and I feel like they didn't show much of him.
I think there's a lot left to be seen, I think.
Yeah.
Like, this trailer
exactly.
showed a couple funny moments, but yet I feel like it's completely untapped potential here. Like, I think Zach Galifianakis is going to go off the deep end. I think it's going to be great.
I cannot fucking wait.
Yeah, I'm going to jump in. I think this movie looks hilarious. I'm hype. I love the Lego movie. I especially love that last shot of the Batmobile like flying away, but it's like it's like transforming into like a different like Lego transformation into like a flying. I don't know. I just thought that was sick, and just the animation looks slick.
Yeah,
it looks visually stunning, like the way they shoot it and make it look like it's Lego. It's just amazing to me. I love it, and Will Arnett is hilarious. Ray Fiennes as Alfred. It's awesome.
Yeah, Ray Fiennes. Yeah, the cast is...
I'm hype. I'm in. Count me excited. Tim.
Pretty hype. Looks hilarious. Looks like we're getting a Justice League team up before actual Justice League movie, which is amazing.
Right.
Yeah, we saw some Justice League members running.
Which means Channing Tatum and blanking his name.
Jonah Hill
coming back.
Who did we see?
They're running down like a hallway, and it's like Batman, Wonder Woman.
I don't know if Green Lantern was there.
Green Lantern, I don't know. But Superman's there.
Basically, Justice League characters running along the hall. Like, it was one quick shot.
Yeah.
Got hype.
But it looks hilarious. Ralph Fiennes voicing
Alfred's
pretty great, and Michael Cera looks hilarious as Robin.
Amazing.
His costume was like a reggae man costume, which is hilarious.
It was like the R, I guess, was like Rasta or something. Like, yeah.
Perfect.
He picks it.
Wait. What does he
His
say?
pants are a little bit tight.
What does he say to Batman? Like the rhyme?
I don't know. It's hilarious.
That's insane.
Amazing.
Like, let's get our groove on with Batman or something. I don't know.
It's hilarious. But yeah,
amazing.
Looks
he, like,
hilarious.
Rips his legs off, his like Lego legs. And it's like his pants. I don't know.
I can only look you in the eyes right now. Looks hilarious. Can't wait. Love the Lego movie. Love the style of animation. Looks great.
Good hype.
Is there anything else? Like, what else they have planned? Is there like a Ninjago movie coming out? Or?
Yeah.
I think
is
so.
that
Yeah, and then the Lego Movie 2, I think, is planned as well.
Okay.
Yeah, people are worried about that one because they just got rewrites, like a new writer for Lego Movie, and it got delayed by like a year. So people are like spelling doom.
But didn't they get like someone good? I'm blanking.
Yeah, the writer of BoJack Horseman to like rewrite the script.
Come on,
that's good.
That's
I
good.
love BoJack.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, get hyped for Lego Batman. I think that'll do it. Episode 55 in the can of the Up Real Late podcast.
You can follow us on Twitter at Up Real Late. You can find us on YouTube and iTunes and SoundCloud. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at Up Real Late Podcast. And you can find me personally on Letterboxd at Up Real Tim.
You can find me, Adam, on Twitter at Franny25 and Letterboxd at UpRealAdam and Instagram UpRealAdam.
Follow me, Scott, at UpRealScott on Letterboxd. And yeah, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you do like our stuff. We really appreciate those subs. So yeah, guys, keep it real.